Well, I would love to hear your line of logic. What do you think?
Because I know somebody who would have lost their life if they hadn't had one, and the child was not going to be living anyway.
I'd say that would be a little categorically different. I would say, like, what would you think about somebody who wants to get an abortion just because they don't want a kid?
Well, me personally, that's up to them. That's their conscience.
Well, could I ask you a question on that one? What would you say if somebody said that they had a 2-year-old, right? And they said, listen, like, I have a career ahead of me. I know where I'm going. This thing is getting in my way. And they decided to kill
murder, though.
That's a murder. Would you say that, like, so I would say it's murder in the womb.
Well, in a sense, the child's not born yet. It depends, I don't know, let's say it's only 2 weeks gestation, what about that?
So would you say that abortion is acceptable up until 9 months? Is that kind of your stance? I don't want to like frame you as something you're not, but I really want to know your stance.
I just think because they talk about everybody else being able to make their own decisions for stuff, so why not this?
Well, like we said with that 2-year-old, you would say that was unjust. That's murder.
Yeah.
Could I ask what's the difference between those two? Because I would say the only difference is location.
The 2-year-old was born already.
Right. So, but we just I thought we decided that it wasn't up until 9 months.
The other situation, it's technically still a fetus.
Yeah. Well, could you explain to me like what changes? Because I mean, you're talking about birth, right? So what changes in the birthing process where it becomes a fetus and then a human?
Once it's born.
Right. Well, because do you think, like, what's so magical about that experience, about the birthing canal, that turns it from a mere clump of cells to a living person that should be protected?
I'd still say as long as the baby is part of that woman, technically it's her, yeah.
Well, just to give some gentle pushback, I would say attached does not mean apart. Right? Like in the sense of, like, if you're attached to something, like people have heart machines, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think you would say that person is a machine because they're attached to it.
True.
I guess I would say the same thing here. I would say that just because of somebody's environment, it doesn't make them any less valuable. And just because no matter how dependent they're on another person, doesn't mean that they're less valuable.
I would say that heart machine is more attached to the person than the person is to the machine. And vice versa.
I guess, like, if
it's interpretation.
I think the logic would apply to both.
True.
I think the logic would apply to both.
Anyway, I think it's their own conscience that they're the ones that have to live. So.
Okay. Well, I think there's a lot of flaws to it, but I invite you to think about that, and I really appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah. Have a good one.
Here's one take on that thing. It's kind of worked the same way with. Recently allowing marijuana, and also back when they had prohibition. People are going to indulge anyway. It takes it off the street, and it takes the criminal element away from it.
I think no matter who somebody is, they should be charged with murder if they committed murder. Like we talked about, life for the mother would be categorically different. Totally fine going down that one, but just focusing on people who just don't want a kid, I'd say that's it. Like, just because it's murder, I don't think we should keep murder legal just because people are committing it.
Well, okay. And on that same token, there's a lot of celebrities that have had this done.
I would say it's pretty awful. That's actually why I'm out here, is because so many people are having them.
The president even did that a few times. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like Trump, but there's a few things I would condemn him on. I guess if he did, I don't know that, but if he did, that would be one thing I would say that was wrong. I don't think that would change my logic behind it.
But he gets away with everything. So.
Right, but all right. I don't think that changes much, but